Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, investigative reporter Eric Blair. Thank you to our subscribers and to everyone sharing this crucial information with the voters in Jefferson County, Ohio. Today we need to address the local news media in the Ohio Valley and their reluctance so far to ask tough questions to elected officials about the scandals erupting in Jefferson County. It's their job to seek the truth and communicate it promptly with their audience. In an interview, Jefferson County Republicans Tony Morelli and Andrew Plesich admitted to entering the locked and closed Board of Elections office in Steubenville, Ohio on May 5th, 2023. This incident was later covered up by the Jefferson County Commissioners in an executive session. I also spoke with Republican candidate for Jefferson County Commissioner Jake Kleineke about his work as a subcontractor on the Board of Elections parking lot. Initially, Kleineke denied any involvement, but later admitted to, quote, hauling stone in and dirt out for 7 weeks, end quote. However, there is no record of Kleineke as a subcontractor on the bid, nor any documentation of taxpayer dollars paid to him or his workers. And that's just the beginning. I have obtained 55 pages of documents related to the tower's parking lot project, revealing an incestuous political relationship between former state senator Republican Frank Hoagland, Republican Jake Kleineke, and the Republican Jefferson County Commissioners. Not only did the bid for the project increase from $597,000 to nearly $700,000, there are glaring, suspicious discrepancies throughout that must be investigated. So I reached out to several local news media outlets. On September 25th, I contacted the executive editor at the Times Leader, who took my call and asked a few questions, but no article was published and there was no follow-up. The same day, I reached out to WTRF Channel 7 and spoke with the news manager, but again, no story was published and there was no follow-up. On September 30th, I contacted the Steubenville Herald Star and spoke to Ross Gallabrese, who seemed more interested in my involvement in the story rather than the story itself. Ross Gallabrese was also one of the questioners at the Jefferson County Candidate Forum on October 7th, 2024, but did not ask Commissioner Morelli any questions about this incident, despite being fully aware of the facts. I stood up and asked the commissioner directly, but the moderators shouted me down. On October 10th, I corresponded with a reporter at WTOV9. After some back and forth, this is the message they sent me right here on the screen. You can draw your own conclusions. Ohio Valley residents deserve to know the truth, especially those voters in Jefferson County who are already going to the polls uninformed about what the Republican commissioners and other officials have been up to. Not just the Board of Elections scandal with Morelli and Plesich, but also the parking lot project involving former Republican State Senator Frank Hoagland, Republican candidate for Jefferson County Commissioner Jake Kleineke, and Republican Commissioners Morelli, Timmons, and Maple. The evidence shows that they have brazenly grifted the Jefferson County taxpayers out of an outrageous amount of money, enriching themselves and their buddies straight out of the pockets of taxpayers. Links to the interviews and documents will be in the description below. I encourage you to call the Jefferson County Commissioner's office and request all documents related to the tower's parking lot project. Demand a formal investigation and a forensic audit into the activities of the commissioners and Frank Hoagland and Jake Kleineke and anyone else involved in the bid process or payouts of taxpayer dollars. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Call the Jefferson County Commissioner's office. Ask the Commissioner's office to provide you with all documents, detailed minutes, and demand they come clean about the executive session used to hide the fact that Morelli and Plesich entered the closed Board of Elections office after hours. They did it once. What's to stop them from going into the Board of Elections again, or going into other offices with highly sensitive information, such as the Social Security office? Call the numbers for these news organizations seen here on the screen and demand to know why they aren't covering this story. Their job is to inform you, and they are failing in their duty to report the facts and seek the truth. Do not give up. Keep asking questions and hold your elected officials and local news media accountable. Share these videos on your Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Spread the word before it's too late. People are already voting without knowing about the deep scandal and corruption their elected officials are involved in. I'm Eric Blair, investigative reporter. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, pay attention.